Midnight Sun is a new land and quest mod by Kittytail, taking us to a mysterious valley cloaked in fog and filled with undead. This comes in as a multi-hour adventure, with a newly voiced follower named Stella to join us on our journey. As you traverse the new Boreal Valley, you'll encounter new enemies, find new weapons, and learn more of this tainted land. And at the end of the valley lies Evermist Keep, a massive castle inhabited by necromancers. Midnight Sun sports a lot of new architecture, which really helps to make the dungeons feel fresh and exciting. The mod comes with no requirements, and it can be played as early as level 15. Kittytail's mods are often balanced around a more endgame experience, so I'm really curious about balancing in this, especially in regards to enemy levels and if they scale with you. Midnight Sun is currently available for Skyrim Special Edition on PC, and it comes in at just under a gigabyte in size. To get started, head to the Moorside Inn in Morthal, where you'll find a new book that'll kick off the quest. The skeptics daring to prove it would always return empty-handed. The elderly would always change the subject when questioned too. They know. The jaws of the mountains remain closed to most, but when night grows dark and the shadows of the Alps drape over the lands, horrors may just slip through. Many thought it a legend, but it is real. The legend of the Boreal Valley is real. I wasn't a believer until I had seen such things with my own eyes. It started last Sundas, when I was out gathering herbs around my family's cottage for my bedridden father. A shrill scream froze me in my tracks. It came from the other side of the mountains. I looked there and saw figures crossing from a veil of thick mountain fog over into the woods, towards me, their gazes gleaming pale blue in the inky darkness. I knew that sight. In the most obscure corners of the land, when the forest turned still and quiet, when the sun had just gone, I would see these same pairs of eyes. They were the eyes of demons. With all my courage, I bolted back to my family's cottage. I stopped at a small clearing. Something was wrong about how the clouds rolled or how the grass rustled. I was lost. When I planted myself on a log for a brief rest, I drifted away as if taken by fever. When I came to, I was a long way north from home. That experience shook me, but it was hardly worth the fright compared to what was about to come. When I arrived at our family's cottage, my heart sank. It was ruined, destroyed, clawed and torn to twigs and shreds by a demonic beast from the looks of it. There was no one home. My father was gone. There were prints of a large beast and boots in the mud. My father had a distinct pair of shoes and I recognized his prints among them. The legend of the Boreal Valley spoke of dark forces on the other side of the mountains. What could they have wanted with him? Realizing that he had been taken with them, I followed their tracks. When I stood in front of the cliff, the sky cleared and the moon shone through the leaves. A ray of light touched a ravine and revealed a path into the mountain range, as if it willed my entry. I followed it, bow and arrows on my back, and prayed to the divines for my father's safety. Damn, they're leaving us with a cliffhanger there. Because it says Volume 1, so that means there's absolutely more. Oh. Came across a book that claimed the Boreal Valley and its legends are real. I should investigate the mountain range on the western border of Skyrim. It is one of those things where, you see it all the time in mods, but it is this funny thing of, oh my god, the Boreal Valley, it's real, and I'm sitting here like, the what now? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of this before in my life. But, it's Skyrim, it's the Elder Scrolls, the Dragonborn usually doesn't know what anyone's talking about anyway. How many times does a Dragonborn go, oh, I don't know who Azura is, I don't know who Hircine is. It's like, you live here, and you don't know anything that's going on in the world that you inhabit. Ooh, little alchemy station right here. Stella's note to self. Well, now it's a note to me. The trust of the press is hardly given, especially to strangers, so it is lucky of me to have earned it so quickly. Hannelore would be proud of what I'm capable of now. Well, I would say they have chosen wisely to trust me. After all, I'm nothing but a clump of kindness and honesty. If you're reading this, Stella, please don't squander this opportunity. Remember how excited you were when you volunteered to look for the Boreal Valley. You're just a traveler. You will move on from these lands and its people someday. But what will you be leaving behind? I'm sure a story of how a lone alchemist repelled the valley's evil presence and made medicines for all will uplift and inspire many to come. Very motivational. I like her attitude already. Oh, well there you are.
Hey, you there.
Hi, how are you?
You look strong. Are you perhaps planning to trek the Boreal Trail too?
The Boreal Trail?
It's a very old trail. Cuts through the mountains all the way to Rothgar. It's been abandoned since the early First Era, when dark presences had befallen its grounds. A blackness between where the clouds normally part. A thick fog with air, too cold and too still. And a stench of decay and... Oh, you're not scared? Great.
Are you
That
scared?
said, if the prospect of returning back full of Daedric artifacts or lifting this dark curse interests you, then I think it's better we travel together. What do you say?
Yeah, let's go.
Right. Anyway, I brought us some potions. Here you go.
Hey, look at that potion of ultimate well-being. I have a few already, but I will happily take more. You don't mind if I borrow your crab legs, right?
Holding up?
What's on your mind?
I've lost a bet once. Had to fend off a snow bear with a kitchen fork. It was a marvelous spectacle. But they didn't expect that it would come and play with me every day. I guess I won in the end.
Oh, okay, and I can just keep on asking her other things that it's like, hey, what's on your mind? What are you thinking about? Got it. What did you bring for this trip?
Some salt, beaver's tail, homebrew cure for ataxia, and a lute.
A lute?
I figured I'd be lonely if all I ever heard is the sound of leaves rustling. But with you here, I think the trip will be lively enough. No need to worry about morale.
Just don't ask me to play the lute. Tell me about yourself.
I'm no one special. I travel the world to study plants and their alchemical properties. That brought me here. My research tells me that the last reagent I need for my current project may be found in this region.
Your project?
A concoction to help evoke positive memories and dreams. It will inhibit physical and mental pain as well. I know. You can cure wounds with a potion or with magic, and you can say being hurt is not that big of a deal. I think it is. Some would say I'm a merchant of delusions. I just think thoughts and dreams are more powerful than many realize. I used to hang out at the divine temples. Seeing what the ill and the poor are going through makes me want better for all of us.
Well, that sounds good.
Someone could be using this mixture to do harm too. The hope that no one will is what motivates me. Anyway, enough chatter. It's a long way ahead.
Yeah, we'll save some more conversations for, the road. We shouldn't exhaust all the dialogue now. I also don't know if I should be taking anything from here. Oh, okay. I wouldn't say it's a lot of materials, but, we got some potions, we have some steel bolts. Not terrible. Also, I like your sword.
Interesting.
Alright, let's get going. You're following, right? Yeah, you are. Let's get going. I do like the trail that we have, and I've said this many times
don't
before.
Worry about me. I'm not new to dangers.
Wait, do you see danger? Do you hear danger? Because I don't see anything dangerous yet. But I like that there's, a path to reach the valley. One thing that I feel we often see with new land mods and whatnot is that you almost immediately just kind of fast travel to the new zone, the new province, and you're not really getting to see the path that leads there. Unless this is already the valley itself? No, okay, so this is just kind of like a transitional zone. This is just still the path to the valley. And it's pretty significant, too. Like, this is pretty big. Like, already that's pretty impressive to me. That's a person over there, right? Skeleton? Person? Skeleton. Armored skeleton. Okay. Waking Dead... Dead Knight. Okay. I am on just adept difficulty. I do think that having, a friend here to help, having someone to join us and help fight will be really helpful, but the rank and file enemies, like the regular enemies aren't the ones I'll need to worry about, aren't the ones that I'm scared about. It's, whatever the bosses are that I'll have to worry about a little bit more and really try and bring my, my A game. I also keep misreading their names as Walking Dead, even though I know it's Waking Dead, but my mind's just kind of like auto-correcting there. Incorrectly auto-correcting, obviously. Also, because she has some new spells of her own, so I kind of just want to have her use that on him. I like the sound effect.
We make a good team.
I agree. I really think so, too. Yeah, they have new iron weapons. Nice little addition. Because that's the thing, Kitty Tail, in addition to their, like, really hard, really endgame style quest mods, new location mods, they're really best known for, like, spell packs, and they have so many. If anything, you would absolutely benefit from making use of some of those spell packs and incorporating those into your playthrough for their mods. Like the addition of Daedrats, I honestly don't know if I've seen another mod that adds, you know, creatures like Daedrats before. After, you know, almost 14 years of just fighting regular skeletons, even something as simple as just having an armored variant, it's great. I love it. Not sure how much I trust this chest right now because of the statue above it. Like, I just see these, I'm like, oh god, it's just Elden Ring, imps that are gonna just pop out and murder me now. Okay, they had me scared for nothing then, which I'm fine with. I'm okay with that. I am liking the new chest. I also like that there's a little animation for, you know, the three kind of locks, the three latches just kind of lifting up. Oh. Oh, that's a dead end! I came all this way thinking this was leading me towards the marker. Nope. Stella, sorry, Stella, turn back. I'm guessing I should just follow, like, the lights, the braziers, and that'll kind of lead me in the correct direction. But yeah, just going down that path over there, that cave over there, just kind of like a self-contained zone, kind of a dead end, and man, how big is this going to be? I like that there's some variation within the skeletons as well. Some have helmets, some have different styles of helmets, so it's not like you're fighting the exact same armored skeleton again and again and again too.
Wow.
Yeah, I just... Did you know that the valley was gonna be this big? Did you know we'd be here for this long? Oh, where is she? Where did she go?
Hey.
What's on your mind?
I hope by miracle the sky opens up and reveals a sea of stars.
Alright. And her face might look a little overexposed just because of my, my lantern. She has very fair skin already, so I end up applying my light. It's like, oh dear god. She almost looks albino with it on.
I hope the bridge doesn't play a prank on us. I mean prank. Sorry.
I like it. Don't apologize. Keep the puns. Oh god, I was waiting for it to collapse though, just because I was thinking of the one goddamn bridge, when you're going to the Forgotten Vale. I'm wondering if I'll find, like, the second volume of that novel of The Other Side. Because she's unrelated to that. Like, she isn't the person from that book. Also, there's a magic lock on this.
Holding up?
Huh. There's a magic lock, and it's not like I can interact with it, so I'm almost waiting for it to be like a spell or something that I need to cast in order to open that up. Alright, I think this is the end of the zone, or at least it looks like we've made it. Yeah. To the Boreal Valley. Because that was just the trail. But now... Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. That was just the trail, but now we've finally made it.
Hey!
Hey, what do you think of the valley? We've been here for 2 seconds.
Eerie, spooky, but most of all, I'm fascinated.
Me too.
I'd like to stay and study the region, if not for the stuffy air and those very angry wraiths.
Alright, well, what's on your mind?
Do you believe in a happily ever after?
Lady, we just met. Oh, I thought I could answer her. I was hoping we could answer her.
Strange. The sky isn't right.
Oh?
The plants are decaying, but somehow still alive.
I feel like I'm going
This
to enjoy
land?
the commentary.
This fog isn't natural. We should be careful.
I am already happy that we're getting so much commentary from her. Because especially in something like this where it's supposed to be this eerie, ominous valley, we now have someone who kind of serves as a little bit of a guide, or at least she clearly knows more than we do. So she can kind of tell us, like, this isn't right, that's not right. And, you know, I like it. I'm happy with that. Oh yeah, the mists are really kind of obscuring quite a bit of the landscape, to quite a bit of the map. Well, that's interesting. It's a sizable zone, but it's kind of cool to see how it's a little bit more obscured by the fog, the mists, and whatnot. Wondered if we're gonna have... Okay, nope, not more of the, Oh, that missed. Not more of the skeletons. Now we're moving on to the wraiths, which he did warn us about, too.
We make a good team.
Oh, he was real creepy looking. Like, you could see his kind of really gross face and everything there, huh? This is gonna be a graveyard
The
right
graveyard
here.
seems well maintained for how old it is.
Okay, see, I was right. It is a graveyard. Just from the mod page, I knew there would be
Disappoint me.
some new
Try harder.
assets, some new architecture, and, you know, that's great, because that always goes a long way in making things feel distinct from Skyrim, new from Skyrim. It feels like a new zone, because we're seeing these new buildings, this new architecture, and right now, this is definitely giving me a little bit of a, like a Souls vibe, a Bloodborne vibe. Which I saw a lot of people saying on the mod page as well. I'm not saying that as a negative. I think some of the style that you see in FromSoft games, their buildings, their architecture, can translate pretty well to Skyrim if done well. Just want to see if there's anything in any of the mausoleums themselves. Yep, here we go. Forgotten Catacombs. Because right now, our only objective is to explore the valley. So, explore the valley I shall. I want to light the bonfire. I want to light the bonfire. I want to rest here, you know? That's just immediately where my mind is going. We got a bedroll, so, you know, close enough, right? Barred from the other side. Alright, so that's gonna be our exit point. This is probably just a side dungeon, but I feel like it's gonna be absolutely massive. And I know the mod page says multi-hour adventure, and now I'm just sitting here going like, how many multi-hours are we talking now? But I know that it's Kitty Tail's largest mod ever. I think they said they spent 4 months non-stop working on it, and frankly, to do all of this in 4 months is already super impressive, and I'm only at the beginning now. Like, I've barely seen it, and already I'm just like, yeah, 4 months to get this done, start to finish, I'm impressed. Listen, some mod authors in particular are just built different. Because here's the thing, Stella isn't necessarily a traditional companion or a regular companion in the sense of I don't have certain options with her. I can't ask to see her inventory. I can't give her stuff. I can't tell her what to do. I wonder if she would have those options later on, like after we finish. But mainly it's just that I'm really curious about her sword. I just want to take a look at the local map real fast to see how big this is. Yeah. We actually might be coming up on the shortcut back to the entrance real soon. But it looks like we still have a couple other ways to go in here too. Decent amount of potions everywhere, so that's one thing that I like. That's one thing I'm glad to see.
I'm getting chills here.
Oh no, this is not the entry hall at all, no! Yeah, I'm getting chills too. One, it's beautiful. Two, yeah, we're gonna get murdered. Or at least, this is the kind of place where I would expect, to get murdered. And now we're getting, some gargoyles as well, so really reinforcing the Volkihar vibes, the Castle Volkihar, vibes that I was getting. This, I would have thought would be a boss room. I'm okay with it not being a boss room, but man, looks really, really cool.
Not in a million years.
Is this gonna be another of those magically locked chests? No, this one I can actually open though. Oh, okay. So I don't know what happened with the first one, then maybe it was that I just didn't get my cursor over like the activation for it. Wait a second! Oh, that's cool. The lock reappears and then magically fizzles away. Ooh, dispel the profaned aura. A powerful presence watches you. Dispel the seal? Yes. Boss time. In comes Karenthir. The thing that I always worry about with Kitty Tails mods is what the jump in difficulty is going to be between the regular enemies and the bosses. So right now, pretty easy. Right now, not bad, but like I said, I have learned the hard way that sometimes it is like 0 to 60 from the regular enemies to the bosses, especially the later ones. Profane Sword, especially effective against the living. You can see it has a little bit of this magical effect on the blade. I'm going to take that. Sovereign of the Graves. Health, magic, and stamina are increased by 100 in the Boreal Valley. Yeah, taking that. It says new spell learn, but I almost feel like that would be more of an active effect. So let me see real fast. Yeah, okay, there you go. Fortify attributes. Sovereign of the Graves. Health, magic, and stamina are increased by 100 in the valley, so it is an active effect. Let me go ahead and read his note. I pledged my soul to you for my brother, not for this. And now you seek to condemn me as well. I pray that Cold Harbor claims you, my lord. So when you think about it, we kind of freed him.
Interesting.
Right? Very interesting.
It makes me so sad to think there's so much conflict in this world.
You are an optimist. It's good. We need more optimists. We need more people like you. But I was expecting a boss fight at a certain point, and I got one. Definitely gonna be worth, you know, exploring these side areas. You're getting some bonuses, you're getting some new active effects, and that helps to make exploration feel even more worth it. I've talked about this so many times over the years, but back before I was really doing Skyrim for videos, back when I was really just playing for me, for fun, you know, like 2012, 2013, back when I still had it on the 360, back on Legendary Edition, I always thought of Skyrim as my fall and winter game. Like, once it started getting a little cooler, grayer, foggier out in the real world, I was like, ooh, it's Skyrim time. And it just always hit that itch for fall, for winter, for these grayer, colder months. And you'd probably think, oh, well, wouldn't you want to play something maybe warmer that time of year? No, not really. I love cold weather, and having a game that really immerses me in that, just, you know, I love it. In some ways, this almost reminds me of the Forgotten Vale, but obviously, you know, on a larger scale and no snow elves. But this is huge. This is really, really vast. Oh, we've got some, like, ghost trees, too. Yeah, getting a little bit of an Elden Ring vibe for sure. Overlook campsite discovered.
Look at that. A magic cauldron.
Oh!
I can make this work.
Oh, perfect, thank you! Do you need me to do something, or are you gonna do
Hey.
it on your own?
Interesting.
Okay, here we go. A magic cauldron?
We can use this to brew whatever we want. Let me show you.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh? Oh, oh, my ears.
My enchantment should make it easier for you to use. Try it.
Now, unfortunately, my alchemy is crap right now. So, oh, that's gonna be my own fault. Oh, but it's not for just spells then. Hold on. What is this? Nightshade extract, potent nightshade extract. Namiric vapor, that looks real cool. And there's like 2 tiers of it too. There's like a lesser tier, a greater tier. Which it takes a lot to make because it requires 24 nightshade, 6 ectoplasm, or 12 nightshade, 3 ectoplasm. But it's also pretty good, yeah. Health increased by 180 points for 240 seconds, magic by 180 points, stamina by 180 points, yup. We have some spiders we can make. Enchanted sugar skulls, oh hell yes! That's from ESO. That's from the Witches Festival in ESO, and that's great. That I love to see. Flour, honey, and moon sugar. Yup. Claws and Blades, a guide for the battles with the leader of the necromancers, and jumping flame spiders. So I'm gonna want a roll of paper. Interesting that we can craft, you know, kind of what we need for the guide. Or interesting that we can craft the guide.
Holding up?
What do you think of the valley so far?
Something about the snow here is different. I feel like it hasn't actually snowed here in a long time.
What's on your mind?
Sometimes I think of home.
Me too.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right, we got another location and we have an enemy. Pen of cattle discovered. I know it looked like I just sat there and took that attack. I kinda did, but I was trying to block him for whatever reason. It just didn't trigger properly. Yeah, pen warehouse, let's go. Kittytail always does a great job with designing dungeons, so I already know I'm in for a treat. I'm already in for a treat. I've already been in for a treat because we already had the really cool, catacombs. Yeah, and here we have Volume 2 of The Other Side. When beggars passed by our village at the end of winter, my father and I opposed the idea of sparing them what was left of our food, now spoiled and rotten. We recognized that they were used to it. We just wanted no part in their future illnesses, even if it meant them starving. I saw a trail of blood on the side of the cliff. It reminded me of how resolute we were that day. It seems I have not changed much. I still hoped for my father's safe return, even if it went against the odds. The living bones watched me as I traveled. They struck during the night in the cold and dark ravines. I made it to a large clearing with cuts and scratches. The more worrying development was that I had lost much of my supplies after fleeing a chase. My gut told me that there would be no return trip. Still, I pressed on. I emerged into a valley, vast and completely veiled in thick fog. My search was all but futile here. When night fell, exhaustion caught up to me and I did what I feared most, drifting away alone and defenseless. I came to in a dark room. It reeked of the scent of death. Cold obsidian bricks and ritual candles surrounded me. I couldn't stop shaking. I saw several people lying unconscious around me. I saw my father too. He was there, bruised and weary. 2 figures in dark robes were conversing in the silence. I saw my bow next to me. They must not have even recognized me as a threat to be leaving it with me. Lying still, I eavesdropped on their conversation. They mentioned an ancient magic that attracts cattle to this place. The magic of an old vampire clan. One of them proudly proclaimed that they had altered it to draw on people as well, for immortal souls are necessary for the success of their master's ambition. The other reprimanded them, saying that the master did not wish for any to die for their cause. I prayed for that to be true, that they would spare our lives, but alas, they were convinced otherwise in the end. They swore to dispatch us and then keep quiet about their misdeed, as they gave their master the fruit of their labor. It seems reality caught up to me at last. As I'm writing this, I see no other option than to fight. They will overpower me with vile magic beyond mortal comprehension. I know that. Still, I see no meaning in surviving alone. I wonder what will be left of me after this. Will anyone at all remember my struggles? I truly hope that at least someone is reading this. Divines, if you cannot grant me my wish, at least grant me the strength to draw my bow at all. I could see that being the final journal. I could see that being the final volume.
Holding up?
I'm okay. I'm better than that guy, you know? Oh, Necromancer's Note, here we go. Defeat is certain if we draw a line where enemies do not. Those are her very words, yet she demands we hold our blades. Ridiculous. We must act now if we are to have a place in this world. Oh, so this isn't really a dungeon then. This is just this little room. I mean, that works. That's fine. I found the next part of the journal, the volume, the stories. So, really, it was still worth coming in here. Still need a scroll of paper. I do need some flour though. So, yeah, I just gotta make sure I keep an eye out for some of the resources that I need. The interesting thing is, in theory, I would imagine that we could just go back to Skyrim whenever we want. Like, there's nothing that really is preventing us from returning. We don't have a fast travel point back to Skyrim directly, but we could just walk there. Like, there's nothing that's trapping us here in the valley. Oh, we got a lot of people in these fields. Hold on. I don't even see anyone yet. What's going on in here? Hold on. Are these enemies just disappearing? What are they? Okay, here we go. The Memorial Glade discovered. Yeah, we've got Wisp Mothers. Okay, yeah, she's summoning. Magical anomalies, wisps, yeah. Lost souls.
Wow. You look funny while fighting.
I look funny while fighting? Well, I'm so glad that I'm entertaining you. I think we just have some hostile deer and creatures and whatnot, but we have another thing over here. The Twilight Watchtower. There's so many enemies! Alright, Stella, it's just a deer. Oh, that's not a deer. Yeah, so not death hounds, but grave hounds. Okay. Which is slightly recolored too. Maybe it's just me, but they also looked a little
beating me?
Bigger.
Not in a million years.
Oh, there's no remains from the Gravehounds. Damn. Okay, so just another little area here. I'm also fine with that. I'm fine with just having some kind of like smaller, I guess, not hubs, but some smaller rest areas. Oh, I love this torch. Yeah, I need that. I'm taking that. Is it just listed as a regular torch in my inventory then? Yeah, okay. I'll hold on to that, just to collect it if nothing else. I like these new bottles too.
Interesting.
Oh, so is
Holding
she...
up?
She might be out of, other things to talk about now. Like, she might be out of other things to say already. Or at least in regards to, like, hey, what are you thinking of? Hey, what's up? But I would imagine, you know, as we get further into the valley, she'll just have more to say in general. Celestial Potion of Magic, 100 points of magic restored, resist 25% of magic for 60 seconds, and then kind of, you know, the same thing with the Stamina 1. Restore stamina, but resist 25% of magic for 60 seconds. Okay. Yeah, this is a cool little... Ooh. Cool little laboratory of sorts that we had here. Now we're finding some new gear. Now we're finding some new stuff, and you love to see it. Yeah, Staff of the Icy Spear, that is a really nice looking model right there. I do really like that. Not sure if there's going to be anything up here, but I just want to see. Nope, got a chest. And... you know, that's generally about it. Still, it's very much gonna pay to loot as much as you can. I did just very quickly fast travel back to the camp so I can make claws and blades, which is gonna be our guide for the final boss, or it sounds like the final boss at least. Yeah, and this actually goes into their exact mechanics as well. Enrage, Vampiric Flurry, Abyssal Howl, Loosen Swords, Loosen Echoes. So I might not need this right now, but I'd rather make it now and have it on me for later on. Enrage, crouches, channels magical energy into her right claw, rises enveloped in a crimson glow. Next attack becomes a devastating blow. Blocking can mitigate it, but it's best to stay away or hide until the energy fades. So I'm almost wondering if I could interrupt her and just stop her from casting that then. Flurry, claws begin radiating a magical energy. After a moment, slashes the air multiple times, unleashing that energy upon her prey, absorbing their life force. Doesn't say how to avoid it or mitigate it, so I would assume just hide. Supersonic Roar ripples the air, stunning and wearing down anyone nearby. Pets and underlings join the fight too, able to deal with them before she transformed. The Sword Saint loosens swords. Manifests 9 spirit swords, 8 surrounding him like a shield and 1 in his hand. After a moment, the Cloak of Blaze fans out, each piercing and pinning anything in his path. Further you are from him, the less likely you are to be hit by one of the swords. Yeah. There's a window of opportunity to battle him before his next cast. Enveloped in a flash of light, dashes away from danger. Okay. Sounds like it'll make for some interesting fights though, so... well, suffice it to say, I'll have to be careful. I'll have to definitely watch out. I'm gonna travel back to the watchtower and we'll just kind of go from there. Ooh. Really interesting, really good looking mushroom forest we have here. Very clearly new assets, but they fit so well into the game. Like, they look really, really good. But of course, it's gonna be infested with Chorus, my favorite enemy in the world. You can kind of see it just peeking over the mushrooms. There's a massive castle, town sort of situation going on. And that's what I'm looking forward to, because that's, you know, what I saw on the mod page. Like, I think I mainly just saw stuff about the castle on the mod page, so I'm looking forward to getting to that. And I would assume that's kind of your end goal. It's a fairly open-ended quest right now. It's just explore the valley. We don't have a marker. We don't have one place that we're being directed to. It's really just kind of freeform right now, and that works pretty well for this. Oh, and we've got... man, it looks like a lot of enemies, but I know that I don't really have to worry about how strong they're gonna be, because it's just, you know, some hounds, some waking dead, and some wraiths, but it looks like this might actually be the approach to the city as well, the castle at least. Knowing that Stella had like a master that she was learning from, I wonder if we're gonna get any more kind of like story explanation about them. Like if she'll tell us more about herself as we get further in. But it looks like we should have another mausoleum. Yep, Bloodline's mausoleum. Let's go on in. Very pretty. a little destroyed, little ratty, but still very pretty. I do wonder if we're gonna get any other...
I'm getting chills here.
...voiced characters, like anyone else to talk to here. Or if it's really just gonna be Stella. Which already having her is nice because I'm not completely alone. I'm not completely isolated, but...
You'll regret this.
Would very much like to see maybe someone else. Oh, and this kind of goes like... Now we're under the mushroom forest, right? Yeah, we're kind of like going under and we're seeing the roots now. Stella, I want your sword. I really, really do. Every time I see it, I'm jealous of you. The irony being that I say that as I use Chrysamere, which in lore would be really, really good and really, really interesting, but whatever her sword is, I'm just sitting here like, yeah, can I have that? Can I maybe steal that from you? Because that whole, you know, dispel the profane aura, fight the necromancer, the undead, who was, you know, part of that aura, that was really cool. I'd like to see that a little bit more. Uh-oh. And gargoyle.
You'll fit.
Yeah, because I did just find an expert locked door, and I'm just gonna go ahead and open that. Yeah, gargoyle scared me again. I wasn't ready for him, but I did find the one way I hadn't gone just yet.
I wish my partner's here to draw this.
Oh. Well, if I had to wonder if there was a romance option, I've now learned that there definitely is not. Also, I see another shrine for the profaned ore, so that's exactly what I was hoping for. That's exactly what I was talking about just a moment ago, so I'm happy.
We make a good team.
I'm getting mixed signals here, lady. Now let's go ahead and do this. Oh, wait, nope, not what I wanted. I wanted the profaned aura. Shrine of Mars is good and all, but it's not exactly what I was hoping for, what I was looking for. Ooh, Marith with an attack. I also don't need a heal right now. I don't know why I tried to. Now I'm wondering if there's gonna be one of these profane shrines for each of the 9 divines, or even the 8 divines. Not saying that because I don't believe in Talos. I do. I'm just saying depending on, you know, the timeline of all this. Because, as it is, she said that no one had been to the Boreal Valley since the First Era, so it would be pre-Talos. How ironic. I pledged my soul to my lady in hopes of buying the throne for my little sister. In the end, it was a lavish coffin that was delivered to her. There is already much blood on my hands. I regret only that I have chosen a poor master. Master, Monkey's Paw, am I right? Yeah, so she didn't have a new, like, spell, she didn't have a new weapon, but, you know, I'm also still getting a little bit more lore and stories, so that alone makes me happy. Uh-oh. Oh, are these bees? Hold on, what are these swarms? Like, I got it, but oh god, does it even leave any remains? I think I just got attacked by bees. I think I just killed bees with a sword. God, imagine how hard that would be to do.
They were quite brave to have camped out in the open.
And now we're gonna be brave.
An alchemist's satchel and a warm knapsack. It must have been Songbird.
Oh? Who's Songbird?
Holding
There we
up?
go, who's Songbird?
A knight from Rivenspire. I've heard she and her servant came searching for her sister some weeks ago. The Solemn Monastery Order sent 4 knights here some odd years ago. One returned. Her sister was one of them.
The Solemn Monastery?
A knight order. Not much is known about them, besides the fact that their duty is to protect the interests of the nobility. I can't say they are masters in forbidden arts of all kinds, from daedra summoning and necromancy to manipulating the mortal mind. It is said that fear is their greatest weapon. I wonder what that means.
I don't know, it seems pretty, clear to me. Fear is their greatest weapon. It's like, yeah. With mind magic, yeah, I can see it. Songbird's Writ and Hallowed Greatsword. Hold on, is that... That looks like the sword from ESO, from Hyal, from the Ascendant Lord. I am Songbird of Rivenspire, and sister to Marith the Fierce. Oh. Welp, she's dead. My heart sank when she went missing. I couldn't stand it, so I ventured to this land where she was last heard from in hopes of finding her. My sister and her peers were great knights, and greater were their deeds in service to the nobility. However, whether by stubbornness or moral righteousness, they and their masters always believed that they were on the right side of history. From here, I see much suffering in their trails. Broken homes, broken families, even ours. I will never forgive her for this. Still, I just wanted her to come home. I saw her again in the mausoleum chambers. She was different, a tormented soul brimming with bloodlust. I do not wish to think that this was a cruel jest by the divines. I will never be ready to cross swords with her and say goodbye. But perhaps someone will. To the one who finds this, if you have the courage to do what I couldn't, take up my sword and free her from this curse. Well, little out of order, but I will take your sword, and I did already kill her.
Hey.
Minor thing, it'd be interesting if I could maybe talk to her about it after the fact. Alright, let me see this sword. 10 points of stun damage, undead targets take triple damage. I am hoping that I can find a grindstone for that later on. I just want to know what these enemies are, these swarms of enemies are. Hold on. Zombie flies! There we go, I can finally see what they are. Not sure if I can loot them, which I'm pretty sure I saw for a split second that it said empty anyway, but I finally got to see what it was that was attacking me, so I'm happy. Another watchtower, another mausoleum. Either way, we're going in. The moonlit watchtower discovered. Oh, that's a body. Oh, it's just a vampire. Now I don't care. The valley is ours. You are not welcome here. I'm just gonna say that you left that for me, and I'm just gonna stand here and gloat because I'm alive and you're not. So good news is we have a workbench, we have an anvil here, but we don't have the grindstone, which is what I was really looking for. There's gonna be one somewhere in here. I really am willing to bet it. I just gotta keep looking, I suppose. Another chest, what do we have? A lot of just kind of, you know, regular, general loot. Which is not a bad thing either. Like, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Alright, in that case, let's head on out. Alright, so not as much in the watchtower, but we got a note, we got a little bit of story there. And I'm not necessarily seeing anything else kind of south of us, so it sounds like we might be ready to head directly towards the castle now.